Hi guys, welcome to Dress It Up Button Embellishments. I am Sarah Ellis and I am here to do some fun stuff, right? We need fun stuff. That was very, let me try that again. Hi, how is everybody? I know a lot of you guys are at home. You've probably got your kids at home with you, your grandkids maybe are at home with you, and we might be going a little bit star crazy, but Dress It Up Buttons and Jesse James Beads has the perfect answer for you guys. I'm so excited. I am so excited to show this to you guys. So as of like literally moments ago, this just landed over on the Jesse James Beads website, and it is Create, exclamation point, kits for kids. And this is such a great way to entertain your kiddos while they are at home. And if your kids are at home, right, they may be going a little crazy like mine. I've got a 10-year-old who is just absolutely enamored with what I'm going to show you today, and it came at just the right time because we've been home for a couple of weeks now. Well, about 2 weeks. It feels like about 2 weeks, and you know, she's running out of things to do. So this is a great thing to have on hand to give to your kids, to even just play with yourself, right? If you're feeling a little crafty, your grandkids, this is going to be easy, fun stuff that everybody can really enjoy. So what is included in the kits are 4 projects. So there's enough to make 4 different things, but it's actually a little bit more than that. So you're going to have enough stuff to make 3 rubber band bracelets. I'm going to show those to you guys here in just a second. I'm going to show you just how easy they are. Hey, Suzanne, how are you? I'm going to show you the rubber band bracelets and how to add some extra fun to those with your Dress It Up button embellishments, and that is included. So you're going to get some of the awesome Dress It Up buttons, and you've got enough to make 5 spring themed bookmarks, and let's see, 2 3D butterflies and a beaded sun catcher. Like, that's a ton. That is a ton of stuff, and you're gonna get all of the surfaces, like all of the, like, you don't have to have anything other than paint and glue. And if you're a mom, you've probably already got paint and glue. Even if you are a grandparent with grandkids, I'm pretty sure you've got paint and glue. Both sets of grandparents on my family, you know, we all have all of the crafting goodies. So if you got paint and glue, you're good to go. You're going to get all the surfaces that you need. So you don't have to worry about, like, you need to order some foam or you need to order some wood, or no, you're going to get all of that. So that is absolutely perfect. It's going to keep them busy, right? Keep them inspired and keep them being creative, because I think that's probably the biggest thing that's the drawback. Like, they go through the video games or they play outside when the weather is nice, but you know, they can only read for so long, and then they want to do something that stimulates their brain. This is going to be that. So you're going to get this over on the jessejamesbeads.com website, okay? And it is Create Crafts for Kids right now, brand new, just hit the website. So go over there and grab that. And I'm going to show you how to do the first project that is included, and that is the rubber band bracelets. I'm going to show you how to do these on your fingers, which is going to be the easiest way for the kids to do it. But I'm also going to show you how to do it on 2 pencils, because I like to be able to put something down and like walk away from it. So a pencil is going to be your best friend with this. Paintbrush, whatever you've got, right? Okay, so let's talk about the rubber bands. Let's talk about the rubber band bracelets. Let me show you some of these. They're so darn cute. So look, they're stretchy, which is perfect because kids are not, I don't know about your kids. My 10-year-old, she does not like to measure anything. She must get that from me. I'm not much of a measurer. So to be able to have a stretchy bracelet, right, that's going to fit a variety of sizes, that's perfect, so that she doesn't have to worry about how long of a bracelet that she's made. And then you can see these little Dress It Up button embellishments. These little shank style buttons work perfectly with the rubber band bracelet. So I'm going to show you just how super easy it is to add some embellishments to your bracelets, and you're going to get those in your new kits. So super fun. Hey Jane, hey Rosanna, how are you? We're making stretchy bracelets, and I gotta tell you, these are not just for kids. Like, I have them on. I'm kind of in love with them. I don't know why it is, but I just think that they're so fabulous. It's probably because they're so easy. And then you add your Dress It Up button embellishments to them, and it just makes them really, really super fun. So let me show you just how easy that is. Let's get down and get to it, shall we? Oh, Rosanna wants to know what happened to the socks. We'll chat about socks when we get through here. I'll tell you about the socks. Actually, I have panda socks on. I need to show those, don't I? All right, you guys. So again, just want to show you the fishtail technique. It looks hard, but I promise it's not. You're going to be able to do this on your hand, easy peasy, and then I'm going to show you just how easy it is to slide these awesome Dress It Up buttons onto them. And you guys, there is such an amazing variety of Dress It Up buttons. So you could literally, I mean, you're going to get some of these in the kit, but if you wanted more buttons, like there are so many different to choose from. Like I even pulled out some for a little boy. This is my nephew. I think he would just love that. You know, he doesn't want to be left out, right? Some little dinosaurs and a teddy bear. Does not get any cuter than that. Okay, so I'm going to show you super, super easy how it is to get started with these bracelets. So I'm going to show you the finger method first, and then I'm going to show you how you can do this on a pencil so that you can sit it down and walk away. But I promise you that the finger method is probably going to be the best bet for kids. For one thing, you're kind of locked in when you get started, so they can't walk away from it. Really, they have to finish it. All right, so I'm going to do a pattern of 3 colors for this, and I'm doing 3 colors because this is it's the easiest way to practice so that you don't mess up, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. However, you can do this with, you know, 2 colors, 1 whole solid color. You can do it with any pattern that you want to, but I recommend starting out with 3 just because this is going to help you get in the groove. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do is you want to take one of your rubber bands and you want to twist it into an 8, right, that infinity symbol, and thread it on to your first 2 fingers. Okay, so I just made that figure 8 shape and threaded onto my fingers. This is the only twist that happens in this bracelet. That's all. Okay, so now everything else we do past this point is just straight on the fingers. So I'm taking a purple and I'm just going to thread a purple right over the top of that yellow. Okay, and you don't have to worry too much about your rubber bands getting twisted around. See how it wants to twist and it not lay flat? Because once you work through it, gravity kind of takes over, the rubber bands go to their natural shape, so you don't have to worry about the twisty part too much, which is really good for kids, okay? Because if they have to get all concerned about this getting twisted, they will get fed up really, really quickly. Luckily, it fixes itself. All right, so color number 3 is going right over the top of color of the second color, okay? And again, those 2 are just looped on straight. The only one we did a figure 8 with was this one on the very bottom. We don't have to do that again. It's just going to go just in this pattern, okay? So what you want to do is you want to take this yellow rubber band on the bottom, take it out, and drop it down, okay? So you're going across the 2. So pick up your yellow. You're going over the top of those 2 and just bringing it to the middle, okay? So now we just have the purple and the pink. I do like to separate them out just a little bit, okay, because it just makes it easier to kind of grab onto them. Okay, now the reason that it is such a good idea to use 3 to get started, particularly when you're teaching your kiddos how to do this, is because the rubber band that's in the middle is always going to be the color of the rubber band that you want to add next. Okay, so the rubber band here in the middle is yellow, so we want to add a yellow rubber band next. Okay, so add our yellow, and now we're going to take the rubber band on the bottom and pop it over. Same thing, just pop it over. Okay, now for the first little bit, this is not going to look like much, but once you work up about 1.5 inches of this, you're going to see the bracelet really kind of start to take shape. So purple is in the middle now. So that means that we need to add a purple rubber band. It's just a really, really good reminder, okay? Purple in the middle, so we're gonna take this bottom pink, pop it over and pop it over. Okay. Bring that, I like to work further down on my fingers just because I feel like if they get too close to the edges up here, then I feel like they're going to pop off. So I always like to try to pull them down as much as I can. All right, so pink is in the middle, so pink is what we're going to add next. Let me grab, sorry you guys, did not mean to do that, I apologize. Okay, so pink going on next, taking the yellow, popping that over on one side, take the yellow and pop it over on the other side, okay? So you're always working in a group of 3. The middle color is always going to be the next color that you want to add, okay? So what's in the middle is yellow, so yellow is the next rubber band that needs to come on, okay? Take the purple on the bottom, pop it over, purple on the bottom, pop it over, okay? And then just kind of bring them down a little bit. I'm always just adjusting as I go, right? Okay, purple in the middle, so purple goes on next. Okay. All right, so now pink is in the middle. All right, so you're getting the idea of just how easy, like that is literally all there is to this, okay? That is super, super easy. You can do this watching TV, whatever you want to do. If you want to go ahead and make these ahead of time for your kids and give them to them, you can, right? Just make them for yourself. Or show your kids just how easy this is. This is going to keep them busy for a while, right? Because when you've got it attached to your fingers, you can't walk away from it. They have to commit. I kind of love that part of it, to be honest with you, because my daughter is, she forever gets in the middle of something and then wants to walk away from it. This is going to make her follow all the way through, which is a lesson all in itself, right? I mean, particularly when you're 9, 10 years old, that's a good lesson to learn. All right, so yellow is in the middle. We're going to take the purple that's on the bottom and pop that up over the top. And now we have purple in the middle. Okay, the bottom sort of looks like a little bit of a mess. That's okay. It all kind of comes out in the wash when you get the whole thing ready to go. Okay, purple in the middle, purple going on. All right, now we're going to add dress it up buttons to this to make this even more fun. Okay, so make a little bit of room here. Okay. Now we're ready to add a dress it up button. So how on earth are you going to do that? Well, we're going to take one of our dress it up buttons and this little flower guy, isn't he cute? Love that. So he has a shank on the back. A lot of dress it up buttons are shank style buttons. They do have sew on buttons and regular 2-hole and 4-hole buttons, but these little shank style buttons are going to be the easiest ones and the ones that are going to come with your kit to add to your bracelet. So in order to do that, you want to take a rubber band. So pink is in the middle, pink is the next rubber band that we need to add. So we're going to take a pink rubber band and we're going to pinch it in half, okay? And then you want to just slide it through the shank on your button. And if you have trouble getting it through there, you can always use a needle or an awl or whatever just to grab the edge of it, okay? So now we have 2 loops, one for one finger and one for the other finger. We're just going to thread this on exactly like we would if it were a plain rubber band. So one side of it on one finger and one side of it on the other finger. Okay, bring that on down here. And now to lock this guy in place, we're just going to take the yellow on the bottom, pop it to the middle, yellow on the bottom, pop it to the middle. And now your little button is attached to your bracelet. It's as easy as that. Super, super simple. The only thing now, though, is that you have to kind of move the button out of the way if you need a reminder of what color is next. So your yellow rubber band is in the middle, so yellow is going to be the next rubber band to add, okay? So you just want to keep working in the pattern and make some space until it's time to add on another button. So I like to kind of space mine out a little bit, okay? And remind your kiddos of that too. You don't want your buttons to all be right on top of each other. Give them some space in between if you can. Like 5 or 6 of the rubber bands in between there is going to be plenty of spacing depending on how large your Dress It Up is. Okay, so pink is in the middle. Pink is going to be the next color to add. And then we'll add one more to this. And then I'm going to show you guys one that I've done on a set of pencils. Just show you how easy it is to do that. You might not want to show your kids that trick per se, but for you, the pencil trick might be just absolutely perfect, right? Popping the bottom one over. So there are a ton of different patterns. This is the easiest. This is the one that you guys can start out with. It's really the easiest to teach your kids how to do, right? But then if you want to learn some more of the rubber band patterns, because there are different kinds of rubber band techniques, right? Different twisting. You can use this with a couple of more fingers, right? So there's a lot of variety to this. I'm just showing you the easy one, but there are others to learn, and you can learn those like super easy over on YouTube. There is a whole lot of really easy to follow rubber band tutorials to show you some different styles other than the fishbone, which is what we're doing here. So you can like do a double fishbone. You can do this guy. This is the double, right? And it takes 4 fingers to do. Completely doable though. But it does take a little bit more practice and patience. So definitely teach them this one first before you move on to something a little bit harder. And again, the 3 is really going to be really helpful, particularly for younger kids, because that color in the middle is always going to be the next color that you need to add. So let them get comfortable with that before you move on to something a little bit harder. Okay, let's add another Dress It Up button to this, shall we? All right, so purple is what's in the middle. So we're going to use purple, and we're going to bring in this little mushroom, the shank on the back. And we're just going to take that little rubber band, fold it in half, and guide it through. So we've got a loop on either side, okay? You just want to thread it onto your fingers just like you would if it were a plain rubber band. Okay, so you're just going to keep working in the same pattern. Okay, bottom one goes over the top and into the middle. Bottom one goes over the top and into the middle. That locks that little guy into place. Pink is the rubber band that's in the middle, so pink is the next color we want to add. Okay. Okay, so that is how you're going to add your Dress It Up buttons to your rubber band bracelets. Easy to do, really, really cute. This is going to keep them super busy. They're kind of locked into place because they've got they've got their bracelet on their fingers. If you take this off of your fingers, it's not impossible to get back into the pattern, but it might be frustrating, right, for the little ones, particularly the younger kids, to kind of figure out how to get that back on their fingers if they need to walk away from it, right? So if you are in that situation, you can do this on a set of pencils, and it works exactly the same way. I just grabbed 2 colored pencils out of my daughter's crayons, and you just do it the exact same way. You treat it the same way you would if it were your fingers, right? You're going to do the exact same pattern, easy to do, but you can take this and just sit it down and walk away from it and come back to it. So that does give you a little bit more options. If you don't want to do this on your hands or your fingers get a little worn out. Mine do, my daughter's doesn't. She prefers to do it on her fingers. I prefer to do it on the pencils. So it's completely up to you, and definitely going to be just kind of up to the kiddo who's doing it. So on this one, we're ready to add another one of our Dress It Up buttons. Look at this little fish. Is he not the cutest? So I have added the rubber band to the back, and we're just going to thread him on. And then we're going to do a few more buttons to this, or I'm sorry, a few more rubber bands to this, and I'm going to show you how to finish this off, okay? So thread him on just like we would if he were a regular rubber band. The only thing with the pencils is that you do kind of want to spread them apart a bit. Okay, so pop that over. Try not to get your button caught. Pop that over. All right, so now blue is in the middle. So we're going to add blue. Next, pop the purple over. Pop the purple over. Okay, purple's in the middle, purple is the next. So we're going to do a few more rubber bands onto this, and then I'm going to show you how to finish off the bracelets, because it's just as easy to finish them off as it is to do the entire thing, which is also really, really nice. Orange is in the middle, orange is next. So a lot of times the end can be really kind of frustrating if you're a kid. Particularly, I'm thinking of like friendship bracelets, right? You get to the end and you think, okay, now what am I going to do? How am I going to finish this off? And they come to you and they're like, I don't know what to do next. It could not be easier with the rubber bands. So I'm going to show you super easy peasy how to finish these off in a way that anybody can do it. So there's purple. Purple's next. Okay. Take the orange over. And you'll notice I pull. I pulled to stretch the rubber bands out a bit, right? Because they do want to kind of clump up together. So pull them out so that you can really kind of see how much space you've got. And that will really kind of help you make sure that you're making your bracelet the right size, or just a general size, because it is stretchy, but you don't want it to end up being longer than you thought. And so the good way to avoid that is going to be pulling on those rubber bands. All right, so I'm just going to add a couple more to this, and then we will finish this off, because I do want this to be a wearable bracelet. Don't want to stop too short. All right, purple. So purple is next. And again, you can use pencils, pens, paintbrushes, whatever you want to use here instead of your fingers if you are, you know, want to be able to walk away from it instead of it being on your fingers. But just from trying this out with my daughter, she really preferred the fingers because I feel like she felt like she had more control over what was happening. So it's really going to just be personal preference. Try out both and see what works best for you. Okay, so we're ready to finish this off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, now we only have the 2 rubber bands left. So I'm going to take the purple one, pop it over to the center just like you would if it were 3 rubber bands, okay? And you are going to get in your kit, you're going to get these cute little connectors. And this is how you're going to finish your bracelet off. And the reason why these are so cool, number one, they're super, super easy to use, but because they're clear, they disappear into the bracelet and you never even notice them, which is really, really cool. So all you want to do is you just want to, you can go ahead and take your last rubber bands off. Uh-oh. All right, well, let's pretend. Oh, I messed that one up. All right, that's all right. Lesson here. So you can see what happened. I pulled both of those off instead. That's okay. So it's still going to work the same way. So I'm just going to come in with an awl. Use your pencil end if you want to, just to kind of grab those together. Now, normally it would be 1 rubber band in a 2, right? And I can show you on the other one here in just a second. You just want to stretch those last rubber bands out, and then you want to take your little connector and hook it on. And it's going to grab on to those rubber bands. So that's nice and secure. And then you want to come down here to the other end. The other end is just a loop through of blue where we started. Same thing, pop that in, and it's ready to go. It's ready to wear. Let's put it on. So cute. You guys, you can't tell me that's not adorable. I love it. I would wear that myself with the little fish on it. Like, it's so cute. And there are so many dress it up button embellishments that you could potentially add to your rubber band bracelets, and they're so easy to make, and you're going to get a great selection of these in your kit to make your bracelets look however you want them to. It's going to be a great way to keep those kiddos busy, keep their minds moving, their fingers moving, keep their creativity going, right? Don't let them get stuck in a rut while they're at home. These kits are going to be perfect. You're going to have the opportunity to create 3 bracelets. You'll have enough rubber bands and enough of the dress it up buttons to create 3 bracelets, 5 bookmarks. That's a lot of bookmarks, you guys. 2 3D butterflies, which is pretty awesome, and then a beaded sun catcher. So your kit is going to include everything you need for that. You're not going to need to add anything extra, just some glue and some paint. You're going to get all of the Jessie James beads. You're going to get all of the dressed up buttons and the rubber bands and everything that you're going to need to create lots of fun things. Keep everybody busy, right? Keep everybody busy and keep them happy and smiling. You cannot look at these little fish or any of these fun dressed up buttons and not smile and feel happy, right? And that's what we need to do right now, is smile and feel happy, and, you know, keep those kids busy so they don't tend to worry about adult problems and things that they can't control. Give them something they can control, something creative and fun to do. All right. Hi. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this project. I know this was fun and easy, and this is going to be one of those things that, you know, it's a memory maker. Your kids are going to remember this. They may not want to remember all of the yuckiness. Oh, we have to stay at home, and, you know, so give them something positive to look back on when they look back at this, because we all will eventually look back at this. And I am trying really hard to make this all about family time for me and my family. We're spending time together and trying to enjoy each other's company instead of, you know, driving each other crazy. And so crafting and doing things with our dress it up buttons and with our Jessie James beads is a great way to keep us together, smiling, happy, you know, being creative and being positive and talking about all of the good things that are to come, because we are going to get through all of this. We'll get through it together, right? All right, so you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day and a great rest of your week. I will be back next week, same time, same place, with another super fun dress it up button embellishments project for you guys. I can't remember what's up next, but it's always something fun. So be looking forward to it. Set your reminders, come back, check back with us, and we will have another fun project for you guys. Bye, guys.